It's strange, isn't it? How some of the brightest smiles you've ever seen belong to people who are quietly falling apart. They're the ones who laugh the loudest, lift everyone up, and make sure the room feels lighter the moment they walk in. But if you look closely, closer than most people ever do, you'll notice something behind that smile. A flicker, a tightness, a kind of invisible sadness they've trained themselves to hide. And here's the part no one likes to admit. Sometimes the people who seem the happiest are the ones carrying the heaviest pain. Maybe you know someone like that. Maybe you are someone like that. People who hide their pain don't do it loudly. They do it in tiny, almost invisible ways. They're the ones who crack jokes at their own expense, who say, "I'm fine," so quickly you barely have time to worry. They're the ones who laugh off their stress, who turn every serious moment into something light, who pretend the weight on their chest is just a long week. They make sure you feel comfortable. They make sure you feel heard. They make sure you feel supported. But they never let the conversation linger on themselves. They smile so you don't look too closely. They laugh so you don't hear the tremble in their voice. They stay positive because it's easier than explaining the truth. It's not that they don't feel deeply. It's that they feel so much. They've learned to hide it to survive. Here's the truth most people never see. That smile isn't always happiness. Sometimes it's a shield. Psychologists call it emotional masking, the act of covering pain with a socially acceptable expression. And the smile? It's the easiest mask to wear. It tells the world, "Don't worry about me. I've got it handled. Focus on someone else." For many, smiling isn't a choice. It's a habit carved into them over years of being the strong one, the one who stays calm during storms, the one who swallows their fear so no one else feels uncomfortable. Behind that smile is often a quiet fear, the fear of being a burden, the fear of disappointing someone, the fear of being too much. So they hide sadness behind humor. They hide stress behind jokes. They hide loneliness behind warmth. Not because they're fake, but because somewhere along the way, they learned that showing pain is unsafe. Smiles like these don't start in adulthood. They're learned much earlier, long before you even realize you're wearing one. Maybe you grew up in a home where keeping the peace was more important than being honest. Maybe the adults around you were unpredictable, angry one day, numb the next, and you learned that staying cheerful kept the tension away. Maybe you discovered that if you acted happy, no one asked questions. No one got upset. No one left. So the smile became a strategy, a tiny shield you carried into every room, a way to manage chaos before chaos managed you. Kids shouldn't have to monitor the emotions of the adults around them, but many do. And those children grow into adults who don't know how to show hurt, only how to hide it. Because somewhere in their young minds, a belief formed. If I stay positive, maybe everything will be okay. Not because they were strong, but because they had no other choice. As you grow up, that childhood smile doesn't disappear. It just becomes quieter, sharper, more practiced. Now you're the person everyone describes as so positive, so uplifting, so easy to be around. You're the friend who holds everyone else together, the coworker who never complains, the partner who says, "Don't worry about me, I'm fine," even when you're exhausted inside. Your smile becomes your armor, a perfectly polished surface that keeps people from seeing the cracks beneath it. And the strange thing is, people believe it. They believe you are the strong one, the stable one, the one who never breaks. They don't realize that your smile is not comfort. It's protection. It's the shield you learn to hold up so no one has to see the storm you're carrying. But here's the thing most people never realize. The moment the smile stops working isn't the moment you're breaking. It's the moment you're finally telling the truth. Because you're not weak for feeling tired. You're not dramatic for feeling overwhelmed. And you're not selfish for wanting someone to look past the smile and actually see you. Healing begins the moment you allow yourself to stop performing happiness. You don't have to share everything at once. You don't have to spill your heart to everyone. You don't even have to cry in anyone's arms if that still feels terrifying. It starts small. It starts with admitting, not to the world, but to yourself, that you're hurting. So the next time you feel that automatic smile stretch across your face, pause, just for a second, and ask yourself, is this who I am, or who I think I'm supposed to be? Because the world doesn't need another perfect smile. It needs people willing to be real, willing to be honest, willing to be seen. And maybe the bravest thing you'll ever do is let someone notice the pain behind your smile. And because the world doesn't need another perfect smile, it needs people willing to be real, willing to be honest, willing to be seen. And maybe the bravest thing you'll ever do is let someone notice the pain behind your smile and let them stay anyway.